We are live at Alumni Field for the regular season finale as the Jesuit Tigers meet their arch rival, the visiting Tampa Catholic Crusaders. Good evening, everyone. I am John Pedrero from the class of 1981, and welcome to Jesuit Tiger football. Boy, Jesuit TC, doesn't matter the records, doesn't matter anything. I mean, this is a game that everyone looks forward to. The last game of the season, traditional last game of the season. And big game for both teams, really. We'll talk about that a bit. The captains are out at midfield. We're going to make note of them right now. We actually have a good view of the Tampa Catholic numbers. So the captains for the visitors, number 0, the senior Corey Stokes. Number 2, the junior Carl Jones Jr. Number 11, tight end KJ Morgan. And number 14, senior JoJo Hall. For Jesuit, number 11, quarterback Will Griffin. Number 55, offensive lineman, the senior as well, Jamison Thurber. Number 77, the senior lineman, Anthony Remetta. And number 13, the senior wide receiver, Caleb Smith. So Jesuit coming off of a 69-6 dismantling of the Hillsborough Terriers, a game in which Matt Thompson won his 133rd career game to become the all-time wins leader among coaches here at the Jesuit, breaking a tie with Bill Minahan, Dominic Sayo. Will Griffin only had to throw the ball 15 times, completed 10, 157 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Big game for Hezekiah Davis. He only ran it 5 times, but 151 yards. He had that 80-yard TD blast. As a team, Jesuit ran it 22 times for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. On the receiving end, Mikey Vernon caught 3 for 57 and 2 of those 4 touchdown passes from Will Griffin. Big Robert Bogle got in the act with a TD run, short touchdown run. Defensively, welcome back Caden Henderson. 3 sacks, 7 quarterback hurries. Big game for him. Trip Keller had 7 solo tackles, and King Powell and Cam Housey both had pick 6 TDs. Running time, second half, dominating performance for Jesuit. They run their record to 8-1. Will Griffin, 26 touchdowns for the season, only 2 interceptions. Hezekiah Davis closing in on 1,000, 74 rushes, 832 yards. Hezekiah averaging over 11 yards a carry, 11 scores. And the duo of Mikey Vernon and Caleb Smith have combined for 71 catches, over 1,200 yards this season offensively for Jesuit. So 8-1 Tigers. And after the second quarter, right after the second quarter, going into halftime, we are going to talk playoffs and some interesting scenarios in the Class 4A Region 3 playoffs. And we're going to go over them, and I'll give you my humble opinion for the 2 cents it's worth of what I think may happen. But Tampa Catholic, as the captains meet out at midfield, as you see, Jesuit blue tops and bottoms, royal blue white helmets, TC going white and green trim tops and bottoms. Has been a challenging season for Mike Gregory, the head coach of TC, in his second stint as head coach at TC. The Crusaders are 1-8. And the one win that Tampa Catholic had was a home win against Class 6A Mitchell in a high-scoring affair, 41-36. Now, Mitchell is 7-2 heading into this last week of the regular season. And looks like they're going to make the playoffs in 6A. They're ranked number 6 in 6A Region 3. We have the coin toss. And the referee is talking to Jesuit. So Jesuit wins the toss, and the Tigers defer. So the Tigers defer. and they're going to defend the south end zone. Tampa Catholic will receive. So 41-36 over Mitchell, their only win. And Mitchell, ironically, has handed Jefferson their only loss of the season. Pretty good Jefferson team this year. They had an easy schedule, but they're 9-1. 9-1 is 9-1. Good for them. The Dragons deserve that in 3A. Mitchell beat Jefferson 13-12, so a little interesting Tampa tie-in there. But Tampa Catholic coming off of a loss at Calvary Christian, 43-26. The Crusaders have been able to score, especially in the second half of the season. Berkeley beat him 19-7 in a defensive battle, but here come the Crusaders and the Tigers at the same time. But you look at Tampa Catholic statistically, I think their biggest issue has been at the quarterback position. They've used two quarterbacks. They have used Colton Jackson, the senior. He's thrown for 727 yards, only 46% of his passes, 6 touchdowns, 8 picks. He's played the most, and they also have used Lucas Ruan, the junior, who's completed 50% of his passes, 622 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 picks. So at this time, we'll continue talking about TC a little bit here, but we're going to take a break. We're going to have the invocation by Father Jacobazzi, followed by the Jesuit Pep Band playing the national anthem. All right, the national anthem. So going back to Tampa Catholic, rushing-wise, their leading rusher is Braylon House, the junior, Only rushed for 270 yards. TC mixes it up a little bit amongst their backs. And the leading receiver was one of their captains, K.J. Morgan, outstanding basketball player, too. I'm sure Don DeZog was anxiously awaiting his return from football. Caught 28 for 350 this season. So I think for TC, I think they're going to be looking for Morgan. I mean, he is their best weapon, I think, offensively. And we will see what Darryl Palmer and Matt Thompson dial up here, but would not surprise me to see Trip Keller, who's another big body in the same area where K.J. Morgan lines up. So we'll see how that transpires. So Ben Beavers handling the kickoff duties. Carl Jones back. And he's going to return it from the 1 yard line to the 10. Oh, they do a reverse to the 20, down the sideline, and knocked out of bounds at the 32 yard line was Tyler. See, number 1. Well, it's listed Tyler Harper, but that's definitely not him, number 1. So Tampa Catholic with a little reverse pitch, they get out to the 33. So I do not have 1 on my roster, and we will try to get that figured out. But at quarterback is Ruan, I believe. Let's see. It's an inside handoff and a nice run and a tackle by King Powell on 28 for Tampa Catholic. That's House. Yeah, so Ruan starts at quarterback, and they're giving House the first down to the 43-yard line. So right up the gut is House. So Morgan lining up in the backfield. High snap. House again. And that time he is met by Colton Haywood, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. He might have lost a yard there, actually. Tiger linebackers have been solid all season long. The empty set. And the pass is caught shy of a first down. It is caught by Morgan, brought down by Powell. Now, I do not see Caden Henderson in there right now. Saw him on the sideline. Yep, there he is. Henderson standing on the sideline. He's here, but he's not in right now. It's 3rd and 4. The mystery number 1 in motion. And the pass is caught by him. And it is a first down. And that is a first down to the Jesuit 41-yard line. This is Tampa Catholic's playoff game. I mean, they are not going anywhere in this postseason. So, you know, they're hyped up for this and ready. Morgan lining up on the outside. Now he's in motion. McNeil follows him. High snap. Inside handoff buried. House. And that was Keller, I think, the first one there. So loss of 2, 2nd and 12. First possession of the first quarter, 9:13 left in the first. No score. Tampa Catholic ball in Jesuit territory. Tigers blitz again. Pass is broken up by Cam Housey. They were looking for JoJo Hall on a slant, tightly covered by Housey, who's really turned into a lockdown corner. And speaking of which, here's Caden Henderson. He was out for a series there. He comes in for Macho Mendez. So Henderson in. It's Eric Smith. Smith playing a defensive end position here with Morrow at nose. And there's a hold, no call. Ruan running, and he is knocked out of bounds by Trip Keller. Boy, I thought there were a couple of holdings there in the backfield. Kind of in no man's land here for a field goal. It's 4th and 5. High school rules, yeah, you go for this here. It's 4th and 4. Mendez comes in. Maybe Henderson's dinged up. He's coming out. So maybe Henderson's dinged up a little bit. Trying to draw Jesuit off. Tigers keeping their position. 4th and 4. One back next to Ruan. He's back to pass, getting pressure. It's caught. And it's down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Tampa Catholic, JoJo Hall. Hall running a kind of a post pattern there. Gets down to the 10. Look at Jesuit. They've outscored their last 6 opponents 322 to 34, but Tampa Catholic a little bit higher quality than their last 6 opponents. And Ruan put it right on the numbers. High snap, handoff, and inside the 10 is Braylon House. They're going to give him a yard, 2nd and 9. So 2nd and goal. Ruan back to pass. Looking in the corner of the end zone. He's shy of the end zone. Coverage by McNeil and Lee on Hall. Double coverage, and Hall still grabbed a good pass by Ruan. He's been accurate so far this game. It's 3rd and goal at the 1. Full house backfield for the Crusaders. Ruan under center. It's a pitch, and didn't get in. It's going to be 4th down inside the 1. That was House again. Boy, he's at the 1-inch line, basically. Fourth down. House under center. Tries to keep it himself. Jesuit says no. Referee says yes. Touchdown, Tampa Catholic. So House on the keeper. Ball across the plane. TC scores in their first possession. Boy, I cannot remember when a team scored in their first possession against Jesuit. It might have been early. It may have been Bishop Verot early in the year. The extra point is good. by Jeremiah Lance. It's 7-0 Tampa Catholic, as they go on a 5-minute and 39-second drive. Completed some big plays, some big passing plays there. So we'll see what the Tigers can do here. And again, Tampa Catholic, a team with nothing to lose. Jesuit needs to watch out for the onside kick here. I mean, crazier things have happened. Tigers need to be really alert. So here's Lance. Now it's a squib, and it goes out of bounds. So Jesuit's going to have good field position to start here. Thank you. All right, so we do have a good roster for Tampa Catholic here. Number 1 is Manny McKinney. Was the mystery number. So Jesuit starting at their own 35-yard line. Smith goes wide left, Vernon to the right. Got a fullback in, that's Fogarty. Will Griffin under center. Here's Hezekiah Davis. He has a nice run. He's been averaging 11, and he got 11. First down, Tigers to the 46-yard line. Leading tackler for Tampa Catholic is Simone Ramos, the junior. Also the leading sacker for Tampa Catholic. Griffin shotgun now. Griffin short drop. Dumps it out. Davis. Oh, kept his feet. And he's going to get 9 yards. Ramos is number 9, so that's the guy to watch out for defensively for Tampa Catholic. So back-to-back Davis. They're going to give him 8. Hill goes wide left, as does Carlo Thompson. Mikey Vernon slot left. Now it's an empty set. Griffin, short drop, caught. David Hill. He has a nice gain to the 34. First down, Tigers. Some nice blocking on the outside there by Davis, by Carlo Thompson. Little quick wide receiver pass. First and 10 Jesuit inside the TC 35. Griffin. Rolls right. Pass is caught by Smith. He has a first down. And he's brought down by Ramos. He picks up 12. Fogarty comes in. Mikey Vernon goes out. So Jesuit going on their own drive here. 1st and 10 at the TC 23. Four minutes left in the first. Rapidly played first. Should be having a water break here pretty soon. And they hand it off. It is Davis who spins. And he probably got back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Good penetration by TC's defensive line that time. So 2nd and 10, Tigers. They're at the TC 23. Griffin under center. Tight formation to the right. Will pitches Davis. He has good yardage. Picks up 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short. Tigers have to get to, looks like about the 14. They're at the 16. So we'll say it's 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and a long 2 here. Vernon goes to the left. Griffin shotgun. A lot of room to the right. And it's a fly sweep. Mikey Vernon cuts inside. He got it first. Looks like he got it first. Let's see where they mark it. He is just shy of the first. He is just shy of the first. And the Tigers are in the tush push here. Griffin puts the ball over the top. It looks like he got it. He did. So Griffin over the top. The ball just had to cross the plane. It did. 1st down, Tigers. The Tiger tush push. More like a dive over the top that time. 1st down, Tigers. They're at the 13. So Jesuits drive matching TC's drive so far at least. 1st and 10. Griffin shotgun. Hill wide left. Vernon slot left. Vernon is in motion. And it's a delay handoff. Hezekiah Davis goes to the right side of the line. It's the Luka Norton, Robert Bogle side of the line. Picks up good yardage on 1st down to the 6. So 2nd and 3. Vernon goes right. Again, a tight formation left with Fogarty, Hill, and Smith. And they give it to Hezekiah, and he scores. Nice little misdirection look by Jesuit. They had Vernon cutting across the middle as if it was going to be a fly sweep, and Will Griffin kept it himself. You know, the defense was looking at Mikey, gave the quick handoff to Davis, score, touchdown Tigers. Well-designed play that time. Here's Noah Wallner. Snap. Kick is right down the middle, and we are tied at 7, 1:15 left in the first. So Jesuit matches Tampa Catholic. Now it's up to the Tiger defense to make a stop here. So Hezekiah Davis getting a lot of work early in this game. Ben Beavers. To kick it deep. Ben Beavers. That one is going to be returned from the 1 yard line. Oh, it's a fumble. And I think it bounced right into Tampa Catholic's hands. Yes. Boy, that would have put Jesuit in a good spot. But yeah, that one just bounced right into a TC's player's numbers. It's at the 20-yard line. Again, no Caden Henderson. He's come in for a few plays. Ruan looking deep downfield from McKinney. Good coverage that time by McNeil. So McNeil was toward the line. He dropped off. And McKinney running basically a fly pattern up the sideline. But Jason McNeil with the good inside position. The throw is a little bit long, but McNeil had a good position on that play, second down. So 2nd and 10, high snap. Oh, and that's a squash in the backfield. House is hit by Haywood. So 3rd and 11. Henderson's in now, so they brought in Henderson. And I think TC's going to let the clock run out. 7-7 after 1. Yeah, they're just going to talk about it on 3rd and 11. So interesting staff here for Mike Gregory at Tampa Catholic. He's got the former head coach is the offensive line coach. That's your Hillsborough County property appraiser, Bob Henriquez. So Bob Henriquez, who coached Tampa Catholic 2 stints, is back as the associate head coach, offensive line coach. You've got Alonzo Ashwood, who he's had a couple of head coaching jobs in Hillsborough County. I think he was at Middleton at one point. He's the running back coach. And Tampa Bay Buck legend, longtime TC staffer, Batman Richard Wood on staff for TC. Well, he was a good player back in the day. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Crusaders. So this is a matchup I was anticipating. You've got Caden Henderson out in coverage on KJ Morgan. You've got 2 great athletes here. Morgan is inside receiver on the left. Ruan back to pass. Ruan stepping up. Ruan running. Ruan shy of the first down. And he is brought down by Eric Smith. And this is going to force a punt for Tampa Catholic. 4th and 5. Mikey Vernon, the dangerous Mikey Vernon, back deep for Jesuit. Mikey Vernon averaging. Well, Tampa Catholic actually was forced. Looked like Tampa Catholic might have been short a player. So they had to burn a timeout early in the second. Mikey Vernon has only 3 punt returns this year, but he's averaging 17.3 in those 3. So dangerous whenever he touches the ball. And rapidly played first quarter here at Alumni Field. And again, after this quarter, we're going to talk a little bit about playoffs. So stick around. We'll spend a few minutes looking at different scenarios. So JoJo Hall is the punter. Good snap. Hall end over end kick. Mikey lets it hit, grabs it, and he is smothered at the 39-yard line by Corey Stokes and others. So decent field position for Jesuit. We'll call it the 40. Early second, 11:04 left in the second. We're tied at 7. Jesuits' second possession. Each team personal foul face mask on Tampa Catholic. So Jesuits going to get 15 here. So this is going to go to the Tampa Catholic 45-yard line. So excellent field position here for Jesuit. So a personal foul face mask. Maybe he was on that tackle of Vernon. So Brady Fogarty's in. Tigers have had success running the ball here. Vernon Smith to the right, Hill to the left. And they give a delay handoff. Hezekiah plows ahead. And he's going to get forward progress to the 38. So he picks up 7 on that play. Carlo Thompson back in the game. Little delay handoff that time to Hezekiah. So 2nd and 3. That face mask, I believe, was the first penalty of the game. Griffin shotgun. 4 wideouts. Will back to pass. Short drop. Looking deep downfield. Incomplete. Pass intended for Caleb Smith. That was good coverage that time by Carl Jones Jr. Little hand fighting down there, but good no call. So here come the big bodies. It's a Hudson Lancaster coming in. Brady Fogarty coming in. So Lancaster and Fogarty shift. And it's a handoff. And Hezekiah gets a first down and more. Just kept the legs going, and he has a big gain. Picked up 12 yards on that run. Boy, he's had a couple of runs tonight where seems like the pile of players just keeps moving. So Hezekiah good running so far. Jesuit not having any trouble offensively. They're at 1st and 10 at the TC 25, 9:35 left in the second. We're tied at 7, Jesuit driving. Stack formation to either side. Griffin rolls right, keeps it himself. Will Griffin running. He's got open field. Will scores! 25-yard run, and boy, he had a lot of daylight there. Rolled right, and there was no one in the middle. I think maybe that double stack formation on either side might have pulled the defenders out a little bit. But linebackers nowhere to be found. Will Griffin with maybe his easiest run of the year from 25, touchdown Tigers. And here's Waldner. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. And 9:18 left in the second. Jesuit 14-7 over TC. Will Griffin showing those dual threat capabilities there. Curious to see what Will Griffin does now that Billy Napier is out at Florida. I will say that whoever the new Florida coach is, if I hope you like Will Griffin because he can run, he can throw the deep ball. He has got size, and hope they recognize that. And this is going to be returned at the 5-yard line. That was Haywood on the tackle of Carl Jones Jr. So the big question, who's going to be the new head coach of Florida? I can give you 2 names, so I think it's going to be A or B there. Everybody's mentioning Lane Kiffin. I think that's legit. I think he's going to be in the mix. And the other name I think to watch out for is Jeff Brome from Louisville, offensive-minded coach. So we'll see. So Ruan now with two backs in the backfield, back to either side. High snap, it's McKinney, and he is met in the backfield. Macho Mendez. And Macho's had a solid year. He's been a reliable member of that defensive line. And Jesuit trying to keep these guys fresh. Macho comes out. Eric Smith comes in. Henderson's in. Empty set now for the Crusaders. And the pass to the outside is incomplete. That was Keller on the coverage of JoJo Hall. And it's going to be 3rd and long for Tampa Catholic. Good coverage by Keller. He can do it all, the junior. I mean, he is a legit major college recruit. Tigers have some youth on this defense. So 3rd and 12, Ruan. That's Morgan in motion. Now he stops. He's in a slot position. Ruan back to pass. He's getting pressure, and he really threw it away that time. He was trying to get Kyrique Monette. That was Keller in coverage again, but Caden Henderson bearing down. And another 3 and out for Tampa Catholic. 8:11 left in the second. Mikey Vernon standing at his 40. Block punt here would be great. Good snap. Oh, there's your block kick. There it was. How about that? Was Battaglia. Battaglia, who's done well on special teams this year, got a hand on it. So 1st and 10 Jesuit at the Tampa Catholic 25. Handoff, Hezekiah. And he picks up about 4 on that play. Second and 6. Tigers in business here at the Tampa Catholic 22. 2 wideouts to either side. Will Griffin looking to the sidelines. Griffin back to pass. Bobble the snap. Will in the end zone. Oh, that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. Yes, sir. Mikey Vernon got 1 foot down in the corner. Boy, Griffin threw a rope. Vernon had to go up for that, and he got 1 foot in. Referee right on top of it. Touchdown Tigers. Athletic play by Mikey Vernon. How about that? And there's the kick, and it's good by Wallner. 21-7 Jesuit. Tigers have scored 21 unanswered. 7:06 left in the first half. Noah 36 out of 37 on extra points this year. I think the one he missed was a flub snap. I forget where it was. But he's been solid on extra points. Again, stick around right after this quarter. We are going to talk playoffs. Love talking playoffs. And here's Ben Beavers. Ben to kick it deep. And this one's going to be a touchback. So 21-7 Jesuit. Tiger defense has been solid these last couple of series. And the block punt, more of a hand on the punt by Battaglia, sets up the score on a beautiful pitch and catch. Griffin to Vernon. Pistol formation, and Ruan rolls, and he's looking on a short crossing pattern to Morgan. It looked like he dropped it. Boy, Morgan is a big body. He's a big body in basketball, too. He is tough to contain. He's a strong kid. Second and 10 at the 20. Ruan with the triple clap, trying to get Jesuit to jump, but they don't. Ruan got hit hard by Eric Smith, and it's a pass in the flat to McKinney, and he's brought down by Rayshawn Fitz, and it's 3rd and 10. Ruan had to get rid of that one quickly on a little screen pass, but Fitz read it beautifully and makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Third and 10. Empty set now is McKinney and the other back. I don't see the number, but go deep. Boy, Henderson got a big jump on that play, and they throw it to Morgan, and he's shy of the first. Fitz was there. Battaglia was there, and it's 4th down. It's 4th and 3. And what is Mike Gregory going to do? He's keeping the offense out there. Henderson comes out. Let's see if they try to hard count Jesuit here. It's 4th and 4. Tigers need to be deep. He's trying to do the hard clap, hard count. Timeout, Tampa Catholic. So the Crusaders burn their second with 5:16 left in the first half. Henderson back in the game for Jesuit. So we'll see what... Nope, they're going to punt. I think that's the wise thing to do. So the Crusaders are going to punt it. Battaglia got a hand on it last time. And snap's kind of high. They get the punt off. It takes a Tampa Catholic roll and rolls dead at the Jesuit 37 or thereabouts. So 5:04 left here in the second. So the Tigers have scored on all three offensive possessions. And have looked very crisp offensively, as they really have done all season. Trips left. Actually kind of a bunch formation left. See if Griffin takes it himself here on a draw. Yep, there he goes. Griffin on a draw. And he picks up 5. So 5-yard gain on first for Will. So 2nd and 5. Smith Vernon to the right. Fogarty's in at a slot left. And Griffin, play action. Pass caught, crossing pattern. Smith right in the numbers. First down Tigers to the 34. Picks up 20. Deep crossing pattern. Griffin right on the numbers to Smith. Well executed. 1st and 10 Jesuit. Under 4 minutes left in the first half. Griffin shotgun, 2 wideouts to either side. Looks like Will calling an audible here. Short drop. And the pass is almost picked off. He was looking for Smith, and it was well defended by Carl Jones. So 2nd and 10. .327 left in the first half. Probable 4-down territory here for Jesuit. Will. Another crossing. Oh, looking for the crossing pattern again. The pass was a little bit low, and Smith could not hang on to it. I think he might have seen that he was going to get popped there pretty hard by a Tampa Catholic player. He was a little bit in the crowd, and he could not hang on. 3rd and 10. The 35. Griffin directing traffic. Will rolls right, running out of room. And the pass is, Smith had to elevate for that one. Pass was a little bit high, and he dropped it. Boy, Caleb Smith catches that. I think he was gone for a touchdown. The pass was just a little bit high. Yeah, they're keeping the offense out here at the 35. Might as well. A little too close to punt. Definitely out of field goal range, so why not? Fake by Griffin. Griffin directing traffic. And the pass is caught, but it is shy of the first. So Will Griffin rolling to the right, really ran out of room. Good coverage by Tampa Catholic that time. And it was a reception, but shy of the first down by a few yards. So 3:01 left in the second. Tampa Catholic holds Jesuit. Tigers had a couple opportunities there, a couple of drop passes, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Caleb Smith had one thrown low, had one thrown high. Needed one right in the numbers there, but there's a open field tackle that time by Antrey Lee. Or was that Powell? Nope, that was King Powell, excuse me. King Powell was 8. And it's a loss of yardage. Clock running. Ruan, short drop. And boy, nice open field tackle. Closing speed by Cam Housey. Pass caught by Kyrique Monette. And Jesuit calls timeout. .201 left in the first half. You know, on the playoffs, we're going to wait up. We're going to wait up on that because I want to wait up on a couple of scores. So before we start the third, there's usually a good bit of time there. We'll talk about playoffs. So we're going to hold up on that till we get a couple of scores in that I can report. Not quite sure what Tampa Catholic was trying to do there, but boy, it did not work. Adrian Morrow with the squash in the backfield. Jesuit calls time. So Tampa Catholic trying to delay handoff, and that didn't work. So again, we're going to wait a little bit on the talking about playoffs. I said we're going to do it right after the first half, but change of plans. We're just going to wait to get a couple of scores in, and then we'll talk about it for a little bit before the third starts. So fourth down. Good snap. Kick headed out of bounds, and it does. So Jesuit's going to have good field position again here. So 156 left here. Good field position for the Tigers. Empty set now. Griffin, short drop, looking downfield. Good protection, overthrows Hezekiah. Second and 10. Griffin back to pass. Good protection. And Vernon breaks the tackle. Vernon goes out of bounds. Late flag. Late flag. All right, we're back on here. Long touchdown run by Davis. Is Tampa Catholic going to let this run out? They might. 5 seconds. Oh, it's a sack by Henderson. And Jesuit leads at half 28-0. So again, we're going to check on some scores, and we'll be back in a little bit. And before the third starts, we will talk about some potential playoff implications, of which there are several. So Jesuit spotting TC 7-0. They've scored 28 in a row. It's 28-7 at halftime. We'll be back shortly. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to any Tampa Catholic fans tuning in here too, by the way. Appreciate you listening and watching. 28-7 Jesuit, back in a bit. All right, John Pedrero back here at Jesuit. Alumni Field, 28-7 Tigers. We are going to talk about the playoffs, something that we never do until the last game of the season. So Jesuit is Class 4A Region 3. And coming into this final week of the regular season, the Tigers are ranked number 1. Port Charlotte is number 2. And the rankings go by the mysterious Max Preps numerical system, which I'm sure there's a lot of different factors that go in, but we'll give you the numbers even. Jesuit 16.103. Port Charlotte number 2 at 15.723. Clearwater number 3 at 13.114. Naples number 4, 11.419. South Fort Myers 11.281. They're number 5. River Ridge was number 6 at 7.632. Blake, yes, the Blake Yellow Jackets, who have won 6 in a row since Jesuit beat them, number 7 at 5.999. Fort Myers Dunbar, number 8, 4.957. And sitting outside Bradenton Southeast, 2.345. So, tonight, right now, as we speak, Port Charlotte is on the road. They are playing unbeaten Zephyr Hills. Boy, what a season-ending matchup. Zephyr Hills, also a 4A squad. They are in Region 2, and they're ranked number 3 in Region 2. And this is at halftime. Port Charlotte leads Zephyr Hills 14-13. So, Jesuit has this game comfortably in hand. There's football left, but the Tigers are in pretty good shape, I think, here. So let's say Jesuit wins this game against Tampa Catholic, 1-8 Tampa Catholic. The question is let's say Port Charlotte wins, it's quality win against an unbeaten Zephyr Hills team. Is that enough to propel Port Charlotte over Jesuit? And we don't know. So the best thing tonight is for Jesuit fans to be Zephyr Hills Bulldog fans and maybe hope for a real tight game there like it's been. So that's what. So it's going to be either Jesuit 1 or Port Charlotte 1. Clearwater's a lock at 3. Naples is a lock at 4. Their seasons are over. South Fort Myers is playing Naples Lely tonight. That's a 6-3 team. I mean, there's a pretty big difference between 5 and 6. So I think South Fort Myers is relatively locked at number 5. But going into this weekend, this final week of the season, River Ridge at number 6. They played Thursday night, and they lost. And they lost handily at Wiregrass Ranch, 34-7. So where does this knock River Ridge down to? Where does it move Blake up to? I mean, Blake is locked in. I mean, they're 7 or higher, I think. 8 is Dunbar. Dunbar played on Thursday as well against Fort Myers, and they won 34-25. Bradenton Southeast was playing a 2-7 Aubrey Rogers team. They were winning big, but I think they're out. So the question is 6, 7, and 8. So if Jesuit stays 1, I'm thinking they're going to play either River Ridge or Dunbar. My guess is River Ridge. I think River Ridge is going to drop to 8. And the kickoff, as I am rambling on here, and it is fielded by Hezekiah Davis. So, again, the Tigers, they deferred, so Jesuit has the ball to start the third. So Jesuit just needs to basically keep taking care of business in this game. Nice drive here to start would put us a little closer to running time, and the Tiger defense has really held Tampa Catholic in check. But I'm thinking River Ridge or Dunbar. I think Blake's going to bump up to 6, and they'd have to play at Clearwater. So some interesting stuff going on here. Bunch formation right. They ran out of this last time. Will, quick pass inside to Smith. That was a bunch formation right. And Griffin on the quarterback draw last time, but he throws it that time to Smith. Right in the middle for a gain of 5, so it's 2nd and 5. But Jesuit has a home game next week, that we can tell you. And check the FHSAA website under football and then brackets, and you'll see who they play. That generally will come out on Sunday. There's a handoff to Davis, and let's see where they mark him. I think he's going to get the first. Yep, they're giving him the first down. So gain of 5 for Hezekiah. Just over the 50-yard line into TC territory. We just started the third. If you're tuning in, Jesuit 28, Tampa Catholic 7. Tigers spotted the Crusaders 7 points in their opening drive. They have reeled off 28 straight. And they have the ball here to start the third as they won the toss and deferred. Griffin shotgun. Fogarty's in at tight end. Another handoff to Hezekiah. And again, he blasts through, just carries the pile with him, and he gets a first down. He is brought down by Corey Stokes, number 0 for Tampa Catholic. So we're going to keep our eye out on this Port Charlotte-Zephyr Hills game. So 1st and 10 Tigers at the TC 39. And it's a quick handoff. Hezekiah Davis blasts up the middle. 20, cuts outside 15 to the 10, and he's brought down at the 9-yard line. Gain of 30 for Hezekiah. They had brought in Hudson Lancaster to block on that play. Give him 29, so at the 10. 1st and goal at the 10. Another monster game for Hezekiah Davis. Griffin shotgun. 2 receivers to the short side left. And play fake to Hezekiah. Will in the end zone. And a couple of Tigers run into each other. You had Vernon and Smith in the same area. Will Griffin getting a lot of pressure there. And the ball is the pass is incomplete, 2nd down. And we'll go over some other scores here as well as be in between plays here. So 2nd and goal at the 10. And Tigers have to call time. So timeout Jesuit, some confusion there offensively. So other scores of note at halftime. It's a good game here. Berkeley Prep 28, Alonzo 21. Boy, Hillsboro. Hillsboro is having a rough year. Gaither 43, Hillsboro 0 at half, and that is at Hillsboro too. Boy, Earl Garcia must be beside himself there. Another big halftime score, Armwood. They're solid this year, 49-7 over Riverview. Sickles having their issues this year. They're down at half to Spoto, 40-0. St. Pete Catholic 28, Haines City 0. Again, 14-13 Port Charlotte over Zephyr Hills at half. King scores. Lato 13, King 8. A couple of teams that struggle annually there. That's at King. So now it's an empty set for Griffin. Stack left, 2 wideouts, wide right. And Will keeps it himself. And he's inside the 5 at around the 4. So they ran a fake fly sweep to Vernon. Here comes Wyatt Allender in, so they're bringing another big body. Allender, the senior lineman, number 50. So it's 3rd and goal at the 4. I think the Tigers want to put the hammer down here. Tight formation. Will. Hand off. Hezekiah. Score. Went to the Anthony Remetta side of the line, the left side of the line that time. Had the extra blocker in, and Jesuit on their first possession. Big play being the big run by Davis, and he finishes it off. There's Wallner. And the kicks. Good, and Jesuits reeled off 35 in a row. It's 35-7. Some more scores. Parish Community. Parish Community is, the Bulls are pretty solid this year. 21-all against Sarasota, the Sailors at half. Clearwater Central Catholic leads Boca Ciega 49-0 at half. CCC is playoff bound. Unfortunately, they're in 1A, which is the same division as Chaminade Madonna, who's really has no competition at all in 1A. They're going to win state. Riverview of Sarasota 28, Manatee 14. Steinbrenner 7-0 over Plant. And those are your scores of consequence here. The game that's of primary concern is Riverview and, Zephyr Hills and Port Charlotte. And the Beavers kick in the end zone. So Ruan has gone the whole game at quarterback. Nope, we have a new quarterback, and he's going to get sacked. Take that back. 8's in. That's Macho Mendez. Was in on that sack. So the new quarterback is Colton Jackson, the senior, replacing Ruan. So Jackson comes in, and they pretty much split time this year. That's a sack, 5-yard loss. Jackson, pass caught by Morgan, and he is brought down by Fitz. Port Charlotte has taken the lead on Zephyr Hills 21-13. It's in the third. 3rd and 9 for Tampa Catholic. Low snap. And the pass is nearly picked off. Double coverage, McNeil, and that was Lee. And it looked like that pass, it looked like 7 that was going to, that's Billingsley of Tampa Catholic. But another 3 and out for Tampa Catholic. And if Jesuit scores a touchdown here, we're in running time. And you know they're thinking about that. And the Tigers have 10 guys on the line of scrimmage here. Couple back off. Oh, there's a block. It's a block kick. Tampa Catholic picks it up. And they run for a first. It was blocked by Henderson and picked up by the kicker, who runs for a first down. My goodness. Caden Henderson blocked the kick, and JoJo Hall, the punter, picked it up and ran it for a first. That's unusual. Well, good awareness that time by Hall, the kicker. I don't think I've ever seen that before at a high school game. 1st and 10 Tampa Catholic at their own 36 on that crazy play. Delay handoff and open field tackle by Lee. Nice tackle and Trey Lee that time on Jonah Phillips on the run. So that was not the cleanest of handoffs. Winds up getting 3 yards on the play, but good job, Lee. He comes out for a minute. Looks like he might have got the wind knocked out of him. So Keller moves back to safety. And Jesuit burns their second timeout. Boy, what a nice thing for Jesuit to be able to shift Trip Keller back to safety and then put in Smith at linebacker. That's a nice problem to have. Looks like Lee's back. So 2nd and 8. Empty set now for Jackson. Short drop. Getting some pressure. Oh, nice closing speed and tackle by McNeil that time. Pass caught by Monette and McNeil right on him. Port Charlotte has gone up over Zephyr Hills 28-13. That's in the 3rd. It's really the only other game that I am focusing on right now on Score Stream. Inside handoff, shy of the first. Luke Battaglia, I think, was the first one there, and Haywood as well. And it's another 4th down, and Tampa Catholic's keeping the offense out. Fourth and 3. Big play for TC. Jackson. Pitch. First down and more. Eric Douglas gets the first. on the pitch. And we're going to have the third quarter water break in Tampa Catholic's in Jesuit territory at the 49-yard line. So playoffs next week. It'll be a home game for Jesuit. Opponent to be determined. Again, I'm thinking River Ridge or Dunbar, but we shall see. And a handoff and a nice run right up the middle, a blast up the middle by number 3, Eric Douglas, the junior. He's had a couple of effective runs on this drive, gains 9 there. So 2nd and 1. And a quarterback keeper and a nice run by Jackson. They faked the handoff to Phillips, and Jackson with a big run to the 24. No quitting Tampa Catholic. In previous years, you'd see that Tampa Catholic visitor side packed, but not this year. And that time, not much for Douglas as Fitz is in on the tackle. Got back to the line of scrimmage, might even lost half a yard. Not even a lot of Jesuit students here tonight, so. And definitely not a lot of Tampa Catholic students here tonight. 2nd and 11. 3:10 left in the third. Big hit. Incomplete. Boy, what a rush that time by Keller. And he got the wind knocked out of him, it looks like. And Keller jogs over to the sideline. Andy Wood's going to take a look at him. 3rd and 11. Keller forcing that errant pass. Jackson lobs it deep. Incomplete. Coverage by Cam Housey on Manny McKinney. And it's 4th down. That was man coverage. So the safety Powell dropping back on that one. And the Crusaders keep the offense out. Two wideouts to either side. Jackson back to pass. Jackson, oh boy, almost picked off by Antre Lee. Had to dive for it and just off his fingertips. Crusaders turn it over on downs. Jesuit ball, 2:49 left in the third. Tigers up 35-7. In Port Charlotte still up on Zephyr Hills 28-13 in the third. Tigers want to score here. Stack formation to either side. Davis next to Griffin. Crusaders have a deep safety here. And it's Davis, 40, 50. Right up the middle. Boy, the offensive line is giving Hezekiah Davis big holes here, and he blasts ahead to the 41-yard line. Gain of 34 or thereabouts. 1st and 10. Griffin under center. Now Smith comes in as a blocking back. It's an I formation. Play fake to Davis. Will all sorts of time. Evades a sack, throws it away. Incomplete pass. Good job, Will Griffin. Avoiding the sack. Mike Gregory wants a grounding call. I think he thought Griffin was inside of the tackles. It was close. But they're saying must have been saying a receiver was in the vicinity. 2nd and 10. Griffin had all sorts of time that time, so good coverage by the TC secondary. We have a bunch formation right here. So it's Will Telegdi's in, number 6. Davis wide right. Griffin, short drop. Pass caught. David Hill. Nice gain for Hill, the sophomore. Picks up 5, 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Definitely think this is 4-down territory here for the Tigers. 1:29 left in the third. 35-7 Jesuit. They've not been able to stop Hezekiah Davis. Vernon in motion. And there's Hezekiah. And he plows ahead for a first. He's unstoppable tonight. Gets the first down. Big time game for Davis. Trips right. Davis next to Griffin. Will back to pass. Looking right. Pass is caught by Mikey Vernon. Nice catch, Mikey. Had to dive for that one on the sideline, and that's going to end the third. Jesuit's going to have a 2nd and 6 on the other side of the field. And it's going to be at the 25-yard line. And Port Charlotte 28-13 over Zephyr Hills, still in the third. Important to be first in the region because you are the team that has a home game every round. Jesuit lost in the regional final last year at Port Charlotte. That is no easy place to play. Got to get through the first 2 rounds first. But even if you're a lower seed, if you make the playoff, it's you made it for a reason. As we start the 4th here at Alumni Field, refs trying to get the yard sticks lined up. Ball is on the 25. Call it 2nd and 4, maybe 2nd and 5. Griffin shotgun. Will. Oh, boy, it was a slant pattern. Will was a little bit off on the pass, and it was almost picked off by Caden Irvin. The quick slant, and Caleb Smith took a shot, and he comes out. And Austin Hubbard, number 80, comes in. Hubbard, the junior receiver. He goes wide left, 3rd down. And they hand it off to Carlo Thompson, who's going to be shy of the first. Sweep left play to Carlo to the wide side of the field. Picked up a couple of yards. Jesuit's going to face a 4th down here. And they're going to bring in Noah Wallner, which I think is good, so give Noah an opportunity here. This is going to be a 39-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. So Noah Wallner gives Jesuit a 38-7 lead. You never know when you're going to need a field goal in the playoffs. So Noah was 4 out of 7 on field goal attempts this year, and that 39-yarder actually is his season long right there. Previous season long was 35. So 38-7 Jesuit, 10:56 left in the 4th. I think the Tigers are missing a body out there. Here comes Jack Cathy, number 45. Jack Cathy's the guy we're going to see a lot of next year, I think. Big sophomore. And Beavers kicks it in the end zone, and it'll be TC ball. So Jackson, almost a better runner than he is passer. He's had some nice runs. Oh, and that is a tackle behind the line of scrimmage by Trip Keller. 3 tackling 3. So Keller tackles Douglas. Update on Port Charlotte, Zephyr Hills. The Bulldogs have scored. It is 28-21 Port Charlotte over Zephyr Hills in the third. That is just reported. So Zephyr Hills scored, went for 2, and made it. So it's a 1-touchdown game up in lovely Zephyr Hills. Jackson back to pass. Jackson rolls left. Jackson running. He is popped in the open field by Rayshawn Fitz. So it's 3rd and 11. Under 10 minutes now remaining in the fourth. Shotgun formation, 2 wide outs to either side. Jackson, he's looking left all the way. He's getting pressure, and he is going to be tackled, maybe sacked by Colton Haywood. That is going to be a sack for Haywood behind the line. It's 4th down. And they're keeping the offense out. No, they're not. They're bringing the punting team in. They were thinking about it, and I think Mike Gregory came to his senses there. He was talking to his quarterback like he was going to go for it, and then common sense kicked in. Tigers blocked one earlier. Battaglia blocked one earlier. How about a block here out of the end zone, or a block and a recovery in the end zone so we can go running time? And it's a delay of game penalty on Tampa Catholic. So 38 unanswered for Jesuit. Snap. And it's a short kick. Mikey Vernon cuts left, 40, 35, 30. 25 runs out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Jesuit deep in Tampa Catholic territory to start this possession on a nice return by Mikey Vernon. It was a low short kick, and Mikey had a chance there and took advantage of it. No flags in the play. Not a lot of flags in this game at all, really. The one I remember was the personal foul face mask. That was early on Tampa Catholic. So 1st and 10 Jesuit at the TC 23. Bam Pierce is in the game at running back. So Bam and Thompson. Carlo now behind Will Griffin. They give it to Carlo. Here's a nice blast up the middle for about 6. So Carlo lining up in the I formation as tailback. Now back to either side of Griffin. Low snap. Will rolls right. He's just going to get rid of it, as he should, yes. So Will Griffin just gets rid of it. Low snap. That play kind of went askew from the start there. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. So Wyatt Allender's in the game, number 50. So Allender's at center right now. And handoff to Carlo Thompson. Carlo following his blockers inside the 10. He's got a first. Following big Robert Bogle there. It's going to be first and goal, Jesuit at the 10. Hezekiah Davis back in the game. Davis and Pierce, boy, what a duo that's going to be next year. Hezekiah goes into block, and it's Bam. Bam's up the middle. He's inside the 5. Following big Jamison Thurber. And Tampa Catholic calls timeout to ponder this situation that they're in. It's second and goal at the 5. Again, generally during the day on Sunday, they'll do one division at a time. So it's the FHSAA website. It's FHSAA.org, I believe. Just look under football and brackets, and you will see who the Jesuit Tigers play at home next week. Griffin shotgun, Davis next to him. Will, short drop. Zips it across the back of the end zone. Is that a score? Yes, it is. Touchdown. Mikey Vernon with the diving catch across the back of the end zone. He got the 1 foot down. And we're in running time. Mikey just really dragging across the back of the end zone that time. Will Griffin with a lot of time as he has had. Ben Beavers in to try the extra point. Snap. Kick is good by Ben Beavers. And it is 44-7. Actually, should be 45-7. And this should be running time. If my math is correct. Unless the ref called a water break here, which he may have. Yeah, they call it a water break. So we're going to have running time here. Tell Jake Port Charlotte and Zephyr Hills tied at 28 in the third. So as you may just heard me to want to have Jake announce in the PA, Zephyr Hills has tied the game. Port Charlotte 28, Zephyr Hills 28. Come on, Zephyr Hills. Big hit by King Powell. A lot of big hits in this game. So the running time is on right now, so this should go by pretty quickly. Jackson back to pass, and it's caught, and it's a first down. Caught by 26 for Tampa Catholic. That's Alex Blandon. Moves the chains. First and 10, Tampa Catholic. Under 5 minutes remaining here. Jackson, good protection. Pass up the middle. Oh, not quite. Powell diving for the interception, just out of his reach. Second down. Second and 10. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Jackson getting pressure. And he goes downfield. Is that intercepted? No. Jackson getting pressure from Jake Winter in the game. Big freshman. Saker Lopez is in there, number 90 on the defensive line. Senior getting a little late playing time here. Third and 10. Jackson keeps it himself, and he is smothered by Fitz and Haywood. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. And the offense stays out. Well, he got two. Gave him 2 yards here. Fourth down. It's 4th and 8, right at midfield. Caden Henderson got a hand on that and incomplete. I think Caden Henderson might have got a hand on the quarterback as he was throwing it. And is there a flag? Oops, on Jesuit. You know, they might have called Henderson that time. Might have hit the quarterback on the head as he was going by. That was a 15-yard penalty. But TC keeps the ball. We're under 2 minutes here. Shotgun formation. Jackson. Quick pass to Manny McKinney down to the 10-yard line. Running a deep slant. And that was a nice pass by Jackson to McKinney. He's been around a while, Manny McKinney. Under a minute. Tigers want to keep the Crusaders out of the end zone here. Just outside the 10, Jackson. Going in the end zone deep, and it's out of the end zone, looking for KJ Miller. And the Crusaders, they call timeout. They do. Tampa Catholic calls time. Clock is running. They need to stop that clock and reset the clock. At least I think they do. Maybe not. 45, they do 42 seconds. There we go. So they reset it to 42 seconds. Second down. Tiger D trying to keep Tampa Catholic out of the end zone here of this late drive. Jackson. Pass is a little bit behind Manny McKinney. And Tampa Catholic has that running clock situation, and they call their final timeout. So this is their last hurrah here, really, because of the running time. Boy, it would be a how appropriate for a 100-yard or thereabout pick six for Jesuit here, because you figure they're going to be throwing it. If I'm Tampa Catholic, I'm looking for K.J. Morgan, your big target here. I don't think they've targeted him enough, personally. But a field length pick six would be a beautiful thing here. Probably the last play for Tampa Catholic. Jackson, back to pass, looking right. Pass is caught shy of the end zone. That was Alex Myers in the game, number 18 on the tackle. They're rushing to the line. They're going to get another play off. 15 seconds. Jackson is going to get tackled by Macho Mendez. And that does it. Macho Man at the end of the game keeps Tampa Catholic out of the end zone. And Jesuit wins 45-7. So I think Jesuit has done enough to keep that number one seed by virtue of this win. Again, last report we have here is Port Charlotte and Zephyr Hills. Scorecard app says third quarter. It's got to be in the fourth, I would suspect, at this point. Even though they're reporting third. But we shall see. So just keep up with that on one of the apps. Again, I use ScoreStream. So, again, I think Jesuit has done enough to stay at number one. But the powers that be at NFHS Network and FHSA, we have an update. We're in the fourth, and Port Charlotte has gone ahead of Zephyr Hills 35-28. So 35-28, Port Charlotte is leading Zephyr Hills, and that's but all the time we have here. So thanks to all who have watched tonight. We'll be back next week for round one. It's the region quarterfinals. Opponent to be determined, and let's hope Jesuit stays number one. I think they will. So Jesuit over TC 45-7. Thanks to all who watched tonight. on the Jesuit Tiger News Network on YouTube. We appreciate it. Basketball season's coming up, too, so watch out for that also on JTSN. I am John Pedrero from the class of 1981, and you have been watching Jesuit Tiger football on JTSN. Have a great evening, everyone.